everyone. Today is Ask Away Wednesday, where we answer your top questions around data governance and data security and ALTR. One of the question today is one that comes up in almost every single conversation that we have. I'm surprised we haven't covered it yet. What databases do we integrate with and how?
It's a good question. We know that businesses have data in lots of places. A quick 10-second kind of just lesson on the two different types of databases that we cover: online transaction processing and online analytic processing, right? OLTP versus OLAP. And so the use cases are slightly different in there. And so therefore the coverage is slightly different. We are a level 1 PCI DSS service provider. We do sit in between applications and data and transactional workloads using a few of our different integration methods. We have database drivers and we have network proxies that can be leveraged by teams to affect the ALTR tokenization or masking or rate limiting policies inside of there. Those different technologies have different supports from different databases. So on the database driver side, it's things like Postgres, things like MySQL, things like Microsoft SQL Server. From the network proxy perspective, it's Microsoft SQL Server. And then on the kind of cloud databases, from a Snowflake perspective, you all are probably very aware of our deep integration with the Snowflake platform there natively. But we also offer API-based integrations for data sources that we might not have connectors for or support for today. So we have customers today that are doing tokenization work using our APIs inside of Redshift, for example. We do classification inside of Microsoft SQL Server using some API calls. Chris, I know you and your teams are working very hard on adding other data sources, other cloud data sources, and you're looking at taking these API first approaches in there. So I think below, to help kind of folks understand what the different coverage areas are, there's a matrix or a diagram, somewhere here inside of a piece of content that we have that kind of help understand it. But the point you should take away from this is enterprises are large, data footprints are large, applications vary. And so therefore we have multiple integration methods for the different types of databases that better fit for you, so that not everything is a nail when all you have is a hammer, if that makes sense. Chris, would you add or change anything there?
Yeah, I would just say that, kind of along the lines of OLAP versus OLTP, use case matters. If it's an analytical database that's just being consumed by Tableau, the solution is this cloud infrastructure, cloud native connector that we have with Snowflake and ALTR. If it's a credit card processing application and you're the developer of it, you don't want something in your way that's going to introduce latency. Trust me, like we encounter this in every single conversation. So, maybe you just want to use that kind of lightweight API, that 4 simple endpoints that is going to come back in a simple number of milliseconds. So kind of, solution matters, and that factors into the piece of content that's linked somewhere around here as well. So hopefully that answers your questions. We'd love to have more questions. We're happy to answer these. Comment them below and just let us know, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.